Well, I'm going to try and add a note. Now it's two or so years later. If you really live according to how you think God should have you do, they throw you out. They excommunicate you. It's the way things are. You will have persecutions, and I have had. I don't go to church now. I'm a pariah to the establishment. I think that would be true to say. And in a way I'm the better for it. I miss the worship, and I miss the good people that are there terribly. But it's the way the world is. But be of good cheer. Jesus says, I have overcome the world. Oh, and just to say something about the picture that I started with, Moima, I think the full name is Ananda Moima, and which means joy, Ananda, mother of joy, or something like that. And Paramansa meant, of course, highest swan. They are of the Hindu sort of background, but they're both, I'm not sure if it's the right sort of word to use, mavericks. They're not kosher really in their own roots, original Hindu faith. Ananda Moima was referred to as a goddess, and she had no guru. She didn't, it's mono, it's God only. And in a sense, you see, she was not aligned at all to the Hindu establishment, if you like, and had a tremendous following among the people with amazing miracles and so on. And Paramansa was similarly, he felt he had this mission, this calling to the West to bring the enlightenment that Hinduism does have, or did have originally. May have lost in its establishment, but did have something very spiritual and deep to give to the West, which the Hindu sees as frighteningly materialistic. And the devout Hindu certainly did see the West as utterly lost spiritually. It's just up the creek. Even its religion is corrupted. But I guess the more enlightened Hindu, like Paramansa, also realized the establishment of religion anywhere is a corruption of the ideal. But it's the way the world handles the spiritual in a profane way. And as it's part of the learning process of being here in this universe. So Paramahansa is an extraordinary guru type person, but utterly devoted to God. But coming from a Hindu background, just as, or dare I say it, I'm purposed to be utterly devoted to God. But from a Christian background, in fact, really from a secular humanist background originally. But I've gone through the Christian process, as you probably know by now. So these two are relating perfectly in the photo. And the put it obvious, is on a spiritual plane, and so is the lady's historic technical husband. I mean, and he is a fantastic guy in his own right. He's not just in some worldly sense the husband. We have it that he didn't speak again from his wedding night onwards, as a sort of expression of his commitment to her spiritual purity, which he hadn't realized. Of course, marriages are arranged were arranged in that culture, historic Hinduism, and well, whoever arranged it, the parents, of course, did an extremely good job, didn't they? Yes. But there you are. That's a bit of background to the photo. It's an extremely touching photo, because you know the purity of both. If you know the purity of both of them. And of course the world may not be able to see that and react accordingly. But the freedom to do that is all part of being here, that we may learn to distinguish between good and evil, that we might graduate to the adult family of heaven, the host of heaven, God's glorious spiritual family, forever in utter safety, by which I mean no cost but a great blessing to heaven, and heaven no cost or loss but a great blessing to us. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Dad.